Hello, I'm Joseph Dillard. Your life position reflects how you most fundamentally feel about yourself, others, and the world. Are you a good person, or are you doomed to failure? Are others basically trustworthy and helpful, or are they dangerous, not to be trusted? Is the world a good place, or a realm of suffering and torment? These questions are simplified by transactional analysis as four different positions. I'm okay. I'm not okay. You are okay. You are not okay. We will be explaining the importance and far-reaching implications of these four life positions in a subsequent video. But first, to understand what the implications are of the four life positions, you need to first understand the concept of games. Answer 17 and 18 in your answers to the script questionnaire that you filled out in the previous video identify one or more of your favorite games. Games have ulterior motivations, and as such are generally unhealthy and dishonest. They involve a switch or shift that is unexpected and generally dramatic, creating powerful positive feelings that justify our life position and scripting, but have very little to do with our emerging potentials and life compass. Our motivations for playing these psychological games are called payoffs. These include such feelings as sympathy, satisfaction, vindication, justified blaming, humiliation, justified anger or fear, or some other emotion that reinforces our life script. Games keep us stuck in delusion, in that they confirm and validate our life script rather than our life compass. Here's a list of some of the more well-known games, all of which are explained in fascinating and amusing detail by Eric Berne in his bestseller, Games People Play. They're categorized below by the major roles in the drama triangle with which they identify. So, first are games for professional victims. Why Don't You Yes But? In which you show both your ability to defeat all rescuers and at the same time validate what a helpless victim you are. Why Don't You Yes But justifies victim status by not accepting solutions. Second game. If It Weren't For You, that's the name of the second game. If It Weren't For You. Others are persecutors. You aren't responsible for your life failures. The third game. Why does this always happen to me? This says I am powerless and helpless. The next game. See what you made me do? It basically says, yes, I am a persecutor, addict, or failure, but it's because of society, my parents, etc. Next game is called Kick Me. And its underlying motivation is I deserve to be punished by you. Next game is called You Got Me Into This. And in this game, I get to blame you for my problems. The next game, Look How Hard I've Tried. The subtext here is don't blame me for my failures. I work so hard and I'm such a good person. Those are games for victims. Now we have games for professional persecutors. The first is Let You and Him Fight. The underlying subtext is you get to feel morally superior by encouraging others to make fools of themselves. The second game, persecutors, is Now I've Got You, you son of a bitch. You get to feel justified in blaming and abusing someone you have defined as your persecutor. The next persecutor game is called Rapo. in which a persecutor role is disguised as a victim by falsely claiming sexual harassment. In the next game, Courtroom, you seek societal help in persecuting others. Those are games for professional persecutors. Games for professional rescuers include I'm Only Trying to Help You, in which we get to validate our self-worth by rescuing others and end up playing the victim when other people reject our intentions or efforts. Games like the above can be played at first, second, and third degrees of severity. First-degree games involve insults, slights, and passing hurt feelings. Second-degree games are habitual and disrupt relationships and lives. Third-degree games involve physical or mental abuse that puts people in the hospital, jail, or the morgue. For an example, on an international level, propaganda is a first-degree level game, while sanctions, embargoes, and economic exploitation are second-degree games, and war is a third-degree game played by nations. When you have a dream in which you start out feeling good, curious, happy, or busy with some activity like driving, cleaning, talking, or walking, and then something happens which creates a switch to some unexpected, unfortunate outcome that is associated with negative feelings, such as being out of control or confused, reactively angry, fearful, or sad, the low-hanging fruit is to suspect that you are in the midst of a psychological game in your dream and that it is one that you are inflicting on yourself. Look back over your dream journal, asking, are there dreams in which there is a switch from a normal or good feeling to an undesirable one? You may be surprised at what you find. If you do discover such examples, they not only identify psychological games that you play in your life, but ones that these dreams are reinforcing or making more likely that you will experience in your daily life. If we want to outgrow being the victim of inappropriate, reactive waking feelings and needless misunderstandings with others that undercut respect and trust in relationships, or cause us to misunderstand problems we face and apply incorrect and unhelpful solutions to them, like addictions or blaming, we need to recognize and diffuse the games we play in our dreams. The best and easiest way to do this is to interview other dream characters to discover what their intentions, worldview, and perspectives are, rather than continuing to assume that we know that already, and so chronically misjudge our dreaming and waking circumstances. Thanks for watching. In the next video in this series, we'll discuss the 4 basic life script positions. See you next time.